So it's finally here. After a lot of waiting, after a lot of staring outside the window, waiting for FedEx to finally bring it, my new monitor is here. I decided to go with LG and their UltraWide series. I had a LG monitor for, I'd say, about since 2016, and that particular model, I believe, was the UM58P. So 25-inch ultra-wide monitor, and from there, that's pretty much where I started to fall in love with LG and their ultra-wide monitor series. The main reason being that I'm a music producer, audio engineer, so having that extra screen real estate definitely means a lot. That's more tracks I can see on the screen when I'm mixing, and overall it just gives me a little bit more of an immersive experience and helps a lot with the productivity, because when I have to knock out a mix in a short amount of time, just having that little bit more of screen real estate definitely goes a long way. So the particular model I got is the 34WN750, and I think this is a relatively new monitor. I believe it came out at least within the last couple of months, definitely some point during the whole COVID-19 situation, which I hope everyone's staying home, staying safe, and all your loved ones are okay during this time. But this one just came in today, and I've definitely been waiting for quite some time for this to come in. And this actually isn't my first of the newer ultra wides that I got. I recently had and ended up returning another LG ultra wide monitor. It was a very similar one to the model that I got now, but that one had a curve on it. And I thought that I would like the curve. I've never really used a curved monitor, especially a curved ultra wide. And when I got it, it just didn't really, it instantly pretty much gave me some motion sickness and a headache that lasted for quite some time after that. I know it takes some time getting used to for the curved monitors, but for me, with the main reason I have the monitor being music production, the grid was very awkward for me to see. It had a very substantial curve that I've read online that you usually get used to it over a long period of time, but I have a lot of projects that I'm working on right now, so I really just did not have the time to sit and wait for my brain to get adjusted to the monitor. So I ended up sending that one back and got the closest model spec in the same price range that I could find. So this one ended up costing a little under $500, which really isn't that bad for what you get. The last model that I had, the curved monitor, I believe that one had USB-C, which was nice. This one doesn't have USB-C, but it does have USB Type A ports, as well as 2 HDMI ports, and it pretty much checks all the other requirements that I wanted besides USB-C, because I do have the CalDigit TS3 Plus hub for my 2019 MacBook Pro 16-inch. So that satisfies pretty much all the inputs and outputs that I needed anyway, as well as having the one USB-C cable that I wanted to easily be able to plug in my laptop and unplug it whenever I have to go somewhere. As before COVID, I was doing a lot of traveling, so having that flexibility just to be able to unplug and not have to take out a whole bunch of cables definitely was something that was extremely beneficial to me. So as I was saying, this monitor pretty much checked off everything that I was looking for in a monitor, with a couple of extra features. It's a little bit bigger than my 25-inch that I had previously, and it has a resolution of 3440 by 1440, which is a little bit better than 2K and a little bit less than 4K. But that wasn't, anything that was too concerning to me, as I do have a 4K HDR TV sitting right next to it. But I did want HDR capabilities on the monitor if it was possible. A high resolution was also something I was looking forward to. And this monitor does actually have max audio, and with the built-in speakers and everything. But for me, that's not really something that I see myself using too much, as I do have some Yamaha HS8s and my Apollo Twin Quad audio interface. So I probably won't be using the speakers on the actual unit, but I will be doing a full review in the coming days where I do test out the speakers on the unit, as I know a lot of you guys probably won't have or want to use full quality studio monitors. But for now, I think it's time to get to the unboxing. All right, let's see. So So yeah, guys, I've really been excited for this monitor for a long time. So I really hope that it lives up to the expectations. Let's try to open this carefully as I can. Okay. Oh man. Yeah, this is looking like a decent size. Carefully get this out. Okay. Set this aside. So in the box, it looks like so far we have the monitor here. This should be, I believe, the stand at the bottom right here. Yeah, looks like we got some safety and handling guide. Got a CD for the owner's manual. I did forget to mention this unit does have LG's on-screen control, which is pretty nice for arranging, you know, some of the applications that you have on the screen. So I will be using that a little bit more on this monitor. So we got the power cable here. Okay, and they toss in a HDMI cable for you. It looks like a band to help with cable management. I think this actually snaps right on the stand on the mount. HDMI cable, power cable. Okay, and this looks like the actual mount itself. This seems, wow, so far like it's a pretty well built stand. Something that was also really important to me was the option to be able to tilt and also raise and lower the monitor. The previous model that I had, the UM58P, you couldn't do that. You could tilt it, but no, you know, height adjustment. And that's something that's really important to me. So put this to the side for a second. And this looks like the actual base of it here. Let's see. So yeah, this looks like the same exact mount of the curved monitor that I did have before this. So let's get this box out of the way. Let's get this monitor out. Open this as carefully as possible. So yeah, this is definitely a lot bigger than the 25-inch model that I had before this, but this is looking like a good size. I can definitely already picture how many tracks I'll be able to get on the screen, how much more of the timeline I'll be able to see in my DAW. So yeah, this is looking really good. I'm really liking this. Let's go ahead and we'll toss on the mount and see how that goes. So if this is like the other one that I had, it should just snap in. So we'll just slide this in, and yep, there it goes. It locks, and if you ever need to remove it, this button here, just pull it down and it lifts right out of place. So we'll snap that back in, get this base on, and this base just pushes in like that, and you use this here, and we'll just tighten this down on it, make sure it's a nice strong connection so there's no wobbling, anything like that. There is a fitting if you want to use a flathead screwdriver. I don't think you really need to. I would just do hand tightening on this. You don't want to run the risk of stripping anything in there. So yeah, they make it really easy to get this on. So let's go ahead and get this on the desk and see how it looks. Alright, so here is the screen, and yeah, I don't think the iPhone is really doing that much justice. This iPhone I have is the 11 Pro Max, and the camera is great, but just this screen looks really, really very good. The colors look good, the textures look good. I'll go ahead and open up a web browser real quick. This is my website here. And yeah, this is looking very good. I don't know if you can see, but just the color accuracy on my hands versus the white on the keyboard, and all the text is extremely sharp, which looks great to me. I'll look at a little bit more text. Yeah, even extremely close to the screen, I'm leaning in. Text is looking good. Colors are really, I don't know if you guys can see that, but colors are looking really great to me. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and open up a couple sessions in Ableton and also in Pro Tools to give you guys an idea of how much of the timeline you can see with this monitor, and also the track count that you can kind of expect to see. So let's go ahead and open up this session in live and make this full screen. And yeah, we'll close this on the side. Yeah, you can see the whole thing, and you know, I'm not all the way zoomed out. We'll zoom in just a little bit here. And yeah, you can definitely, this is what I love for editing, you can get super in there. So if you guys are doing anything with samples or anything like that, you can get super in there, and you can just see how much screen real estate you have with this ultra wide, and colors are vibrant. You see everything really clearly, so that's looking great to me. We'll switch over and see. Yeah, you can see here a lot of tracks. A lot of tracks you can see. I don't use this view too much. I'm pretty much an arrangement view for most of the stuff, since I kind of come from Logic Pro 10 and that kind of way and that approach of production. But yeah, this is looking really great to me. Colors are looking great. Lines are sharp. Really easy to see the grid. So this looks like a win for me. All right, so I have the session open now, and man, this is exactly what I was hoping to see. I have about 42 tracks in the condensed version of this mix, and you can, I don't know if you can see, but pretty much you can see about 41 of all these tracks. And you know, if I go ahead and open up some of these folders, you can see just how many that you can fit on the screen. So yeah, if you have any large mixes, there's really not much scrolling you have to do to get what you want. And we'll go ahead and flip over, and yeah, this timeline is looking great. I can see pretty much the whole track. I'll zoom out a little bit, and yeah, you know, I can see pretty much start to finish what everything that I would need. And if I need to go on here and do any, you know, editing, I can zoom in very far and, you know, see anything that I need to see. So yeah, this is looking great for me. So all you music producers, all you audio engineers, I highly suggest that you guys look into some ultra wide stuff. I used to use a dual monitor setup, but for me, I don't know, the black line down the middle was kind of a little annoying to me, but this looks like it'll be really great. So I'll try using the on-screen control software and let you guys know how that works in the full review. But in terms of just the initial impressions, this monitor is looking really great. So I actually have my PS4 Pro connected now. And yeah, these are the built-in speakers of the monitor. Let me go ahead and see if I can increase the volume a little bit. Let's see what sound settings we have. Yeah, these seem like they get pretty loud. Let's go into Rocket League. So that about does it for the unboxing and first impressions of this new LG ultra-wide monitor. I really think this is going to be a great monitor for my use. For all the music producers and audio engineers out there, I think this is definitely a great buy if you're in the market for a new monitor. You can see so much more in the sessions. I can see so many more tracks in the mixes that I pulled up, and I really feel like that's going to help me be a lot more efficient with my time when I'm mixing. I hope you guys enjoyed my first of the channel's unboxing and first impressions video. Leave a comment below, thumbs up, subscribe if you want to see more content like this. I will be doing a lot more music production videos in the future in terms of production techniques that you guys can add into the songs you're working on, especially with everyone being home and having a bit more free time to work on music than a couple of us might have in a given day. I'll also be doing some mixing videos, going through some sessions for songs I've been working on for clients. So if any of that stuff interests you guys, leave a comment down below. Or if there's any other stuff that you think you might want to see on the channel going forward, please feel free to reach out. So until then, I really appreciate you guys sticking through to the end. So see you guys in the next video. See ya.